I could only report them for noise after 11 p.m. I now forget the morning hour when the noise could start, but I believe it was 9 a.m. My dad had these huge old concert speakers in his garage. Professional grade, black leather bound, 5 feet tall and 3 feet wide, and a pretty nice vintage stereo amp. He has two, but my apartment was so small I sadly only had room for one. We replaced our coffee table with this thing and laid face down onto our thin office carpet. Tired of his crummy tunes, I tested the Geneva Convention breaking device when they weren't home. Holy cow. I had to take everything down from the tables, counters, and shelves because they would shake off. I prepared audio files to feed the stereo. I was giddy like a kid with a new Christmas toy. I turned it on when I left for work and got my wife up to send her to her parents. I came home from work and hung out with her parents until it was close to bedtime. They resisted for 3 days. On day 2, I found a pile of manure on my doorstep, but it didn't faze me. I cycled between sine, saw, and square waves and clashing boards. I'm going to pause the story here. I wanted to know what kind of audio torture this guy was inflicting, so I looked up those audio waves and I want to play them here. Don't worry, I turned the volume way down so it won't blow out your eardrums. But this is what it sounds like. Here is the sine wave. Here is the square wave. And here is the sawtooth wave.
Biohazard container
and
located.
Now back to the story. Marching music, Washington Post March on the Move. Preaching clips, they weren't just atheists, but outspoken anti-Christian, so it was a must. The most stupid songs you could think of. Captain Planet theme song, Chicken Dance, etc. This poor old house rattled in ways I didn't think possible. The vibrations from the sine wave would make your vision blur. I eventually got a text from him that read, "Sorry man, you can stop now." I did not. He needed a few more days to let it sink in. Plus, I had so much fun putting it together. They complained. There was nothing they could do since I wasn't doing anything wrong. I didn't even hear music during the time it used to fall. It was so quiet. They would build up their courage and try again every few weeks when I wasn't home. But my wife was. I then showed her how to tame the beast so she could let it loose while I was away. I had to give them a spanking every now and then, but they learned. They were so happy when we moved out. Since I am a simple man, I would rate this story music emoji, injured emoji, devil emoji. So, a little backstory. I have a very good relationship with my mom. So, I FaceTime and text with her regularly, though I have never called her because there was no point to do this. I am always showing my location with her as she worries about me. And the cast for the story is entitled Mom, entitled Boy.
Biohazard container. Hostile activity. Neutralize the threat. Op 4 eliminated. Friendly mission successful.
We're going to take this time and go shopping for some design. Hey, you ready for design? Do it. Alright, so today, kitchen design.
We're picking countertops, backsplash.
Okay.
Can I find something with like some texture? Ooh, check that out. I love.
This time, what's it?
Oh my gosh, this is so pretty. Let's go. Let's go take countertops. I like that. Hey, we have to save money somewhere. Save money on the cabinet. Then the rest can be more on the showpiece.
Well, white's good because you go over there. So it doesn't matter if the backsplash over town or system.
Okay, cool.
Right?
I think the countertop more simple to focus on the background.
Let's see. That's the one.
I love texture.
We need to protect the biohazard container.
Sweet girl,
Secure
my
the
mom,
room.
me, and both a cute doggy. So let's begin. This happened a few hours after my shift ends, and I'm still sitting in my normal spot in the McDonald's. I take her vest off so she can play with some kids that were in there earlier and just let her sleep as she looks tired when she returns. I was just sitting there, barely anyone else in the store, drawing on the tablet part of my laptop, making a drawing in my sketchbook more solid, until entitled mom, entitled brat, and sweet girl walk into the store. I overhear the sweet girl, looks around 67, and entitled brat looks at me, arguing about something. It sounds like he's making fun of the girl's dress. It was fair, her dress was really good.
5 seconds.
But entitled mom sides with the boy and agrees the dress is gross and says, I don't know why your
Found
father
the biohazard.
this
They will attempt to locate
the
it
girl
during
is
the assault.
visibly hurt by this and walks away from her. This is when she walks over to me. She sees mold in my drawing and my tablet. She walks up next to me and looks at my drawing. That's a cool robot, and your dog is cute. What's his name? I look at her and go to sign to her as it is a habit, not thinking she will probably not know sign language. She doesn't and gives me a weird thinking bastard. I'm sorry, sweetie, I cannot speak. I am mute. I use a thing called sign language to talk. Thank you, I like it too. Her name is Bold. You can pet her if you like. After a few seconds of her reading what I said, she looks at me. That's so cool. She is cute too. She then goes and pets Bold, who does not move as she is sound asleep. I just smile and get back to what I was doing for a few seconds before. Snatch, my sketchbook is grabbed and taken off the table by entitled brat. Your drawings suck. Why do you even do it anymore? I look at him shocked and confused by why he grabbed my sketchbook, not even registering the fact he insulted my drawings. I take back my book, ripping the drawing I was just working on. Her drawings are not stupid, they're cool. No, they're not. Anyone can draw better than her. Now I'm realizing he was insulting my work. I get the baddest I get during this whole encounter. Standing up, which in itself is very intimidating, but I am wearing a tight red tank top this day and I have a six-pack and a little on the buff side, which is not intimidating at all. Around my size, it is. This kid was taller, yes, but not enough to easily overpower me. He sees this, and like a lot of kids, runs off. And I sit back down, smiling at Sweet Girl, who smiles back, probably never seeing anyone smile.
Op 4 is
But no,
securing
we
the
are
container.
nowhere
Stop
near
the
done
hostiles
with
from
this.
securing the
Later,
biohazard
he is
container.
back with entitled mom. What the heck did you do to my son? Sweet girl, stop petting that dirty mutt.
They've ceased attempting to secure the
I
Op
asked
4
you
is
a
securing the
question,
biohazard
Brad.
container.
Answer me.
Friendly, last operator standing.
She's cut off again. You're scared now, kid, that I have an adult with me. Answer me. Mom, she threatened to beat
Stop
me
the
if I didn't
hostiles
give
from
her
securing
money.
the
She's
container.
probably homeless. All of this, I never get a
Op
chance
4
to
is
think.
securing the biohazard
Right.
container.
Finally,
Immediately.
Sweet
Prevent
Girl
further
gets a word
access to
in.
the biohazard
Mom,
container.
she can't talk. She's
Mission
mute.
failed. All
I look
friendlies
at her
have been
thinking,
neutralized.
this does nothing to calm her down. Don't you dare raise your voice at me. That's complete nonsense. Of course she can speak. She's just a homeless witch. She probably just said that to get you on her side. At this point, I'm actually freaking out as I don't know what to do. I don't want to reach for my book or tablet as I'm afraid she will attack me. I really don't think signing to her would work and probably only make her mad. All the while, Sweet Girl looks at me with embarrassment and shame. Gosh darn it, say something! Stop it with this mute BS! At this point, she must have noticed my phone laying on the table. Grabbing it, I get scared as I think she is stealing it, but she says, let's see what your parents think about you threatening kids and walking around like a prostitute. I was wearing a red tank top that showed very light cleavage, less than she was showing. Black jeans, they had neon paint all over them, and one of those hoodie jean jackets. She opens my phone.
Locate the
I don't have a
biohazard
password
container.
on it because it's very old iPhone 4 as I don't really need a phone for much. I don't really use it much except to listen to music. She goes to my contacts and calls my mom. She answers in seconds as the only time she gets a call from my phone it's an emergency. She had to put it on speaker to embarrass me. At this exact moment, entitled Brad asks, Mom, can I take her laptop? Who is this? Is something wrong with my kid? Entitled Mom seems a little shocked that she immediately knows it's not me, but starts with a very smug tone. Yes, miss, I have her right here, and she's being extremely rude to me and my children. She is cut off by my mom. I extremely doubt that, miss. She is mute and has never been
Biohazard
moved in her
container
life.
location
Now,
unknown.
please return her
You are clear
property
to
or I will
engage.
call the cops. Looking more enraged now. How dare you? Your teenage daughter is walking around like a prostitute with some stray. She even stole my son's laptop. Miss, I do not like you talking about my daughter and her service dog like that. I know for a fact my daughter does not have a violent bone in her body and would never steal anything. Give her back her laptop, her phone, and whatever else you stole, or I will personally make sure you are arrested for theft, along with harassing a disabled person. Also, make it my goal in life to make sure you get as much time as possible for it. My mom is the county's district attorney.
You have found the
Now stop
biohazard
harassing my
container.
daughter
Proceed
and
to its
return her
location.
property before I get angry. Entitled mom is stunned at this and goes to her mom, probably to not look bad in front of her kids. How dare you speak to me this way? My husband will have you and your daughter in jail by my mom comes to my mom does not take any flack. Ma'am, I am the district attorney of the
Hostile
county we are
activity.
in.
Resume security
I know
container once the
any
threat is
cop that you
neutralized.
would know. It is my job to make sure criminals like you get caught. Now, I will ask you one last time before I down there and make sure you are
Stop securing the
arrested
container.
and make sure your kids are taken by Child Protective Services.
Friendly.
Give my daughter's
Op
property
4 last
back.
stop standing.
She says all of this in the very cold, very serious, and very scary tone me and my sister know from our childhoods, which also probably gives murderers nightmares. Entitled mom just stands there frozen. I thought it was over. I was wrong. Entitled mom seems to get some courage back. Fine, if you want to be like that and defend your prostitute, my mom
Op
hangs
4
up.
eliminated.
Within minutes, there are 4 police cars there. My manager is with me in my booth with all my stuff safely back in my bag. Bolt leashed to the table so she doesn't run off and play with her police friends, and the mom is being loaded in the back of one of the cop cars like a sailor. The kid's waiting with the police officers for their dad to come to get them. I'm giving a statement to one of the officers that knows how to sign. Also, Sweet Girl has one of my older drawings of a unicorn and flowers. Also, Sweet Girl said my outfit was cool. My mom was there about 20 minutes later and drives me home after she deals with the police and the kid's father, who was a police officer. He apologizes a lot for his wife. They apparently were going through a really messy divorce and fighting for two little kids. Apparently, she's abusive towards Sweet Girl. My mom later told me the whole time during the trial of the mom she was trying to get her fired and accused her of making stories up about her. But it came out that the house she was staying at with her boyfriend, where her kids say
Barricade the room.
was
We need to
cooking
protect the
meth
biohazard
in the
container.
basement. She was charged with child endangerment, drug trafficking, theft, attempted theft, and child abuse. I don't know how long she got. All right, so this is the story of one overprotective mom versus another overprotective mom. The difference is one is just an entitled parent. The other is a freaking district attorney. And for the younger audience out there who doesn't know what a district attorney is, the district attorney is the lawyer that the cops work with to make sure that bad
Op
guys
4
get put
located
in
the
jail.
biohazard
And
container.
since I'm
Down to
a
10
I'll
seconds.
read the story. Police car emoji, judge emoji.
Down to 5
unicorn.
seconds.
That was r/4 event, and you are a simple.
Op 4 has located the biohazard container.
Okay, so we have one or two different things. Alright, so first we have to decide. And then the rocks.
Movement time.
Essay on my work, please.
Welcome to r/malicious compliance, where your wish is my command. I recently dined at a pizza chain in the UK that brags about being express service. After waiting 45 minutes to be served drinks in a fairly empty store, we asked for a small portion of garlic dough balls as we had kids with us who were starving. 20 minutes later, we get the dough balls. And it's another 15 to 20 minutes before we leave because after a total of 1 hour and a half, we had no service. They charged us for the largest platter of dough balls they had. My partner filed a complaint to office, so they sent us 2 vouchers for free pizza. Now, I work in the city center, so I thought I'd pick one up for lunch and eat it at my desk. I returned to the store, and the same rude waiter, whom I'm assuming his face turned to a scowl when he saw me, greeted me. I asked for my pizza. He looked at the voucher and said, "I can't take it away. It's only to dine in." I argued, asked him to show me where it said anything like that on the voucher, pointing out the part where it said,
Stop the hostiles from securing
grunted and said I'd take a seat and ordered my pizza. 5 minutes later, it comes out. I take a bite and said I'm full. I'd like to take my leftovers. The guy was fuming, but had to do so. I did the exact same thing the next day as well. Not very exciting, but it felt good. Edit. To all the spit posts, the ovens are in the front, so you watch them make your pizza. And you bet I was watching. I'm glad you clarified that because I was literally just about to make that joke. Our next Reddit post is from Virus Overload. Let's set the scene. So, this was a few years back. I had quite a few tattoos. Basically, all my chest, my upper and one on the inside of each arm, about 15 centimeters across. These last two are what sucked. I worked for a service for a long time. Always had tattoos. I landed myself in a management role, more like a supervisor. The standard uniform was a black shirt and black trousers. I prefer a short sleeve shirt due to being a bigger guy and cinemas being bloody hot. My site manager quite liked my tattoos and other quirks that I had. My area manager, however, did not. She would come into the site, walk past 8 other staff with full sleeve tattoos, and make a beeline straight to me, stating that my tattoos were enough, and I quote, "They're not offensive, just people don't like them." Now, my tattoos aren't offensive, just patterns. Otherwise, I would face disciplinary action. I had read the employee handbook a few times because of other petty stuff, so I know it was the manager's decision, my site manager. But she decided to overrule it. What she forgot was that just because the normal retail staff had to wear black, management was allowed to wear white. Just nobody did because it was hard to keep clean. So what should I do? I know. Let's go and buy the thinnest, cheapest, most see-through white long-sleeve shirt I can find. Now, if you could only see her face when she comes in next, when I'm basically wearing a shirt with a crazy. I'm talking, you can see my individual chest and all my tattoos were on show for everyone to see while I stood behind the tills talking to customers. Needless to say, I got to wear my short sleeve black shirt again after that. Our next Reddit post is from Salty Solicitor. Before I was a lawyer.
CoverGirl Clean Foundation. A non-acnegenic, kind-to-skin formula that won't clog pores. It's a lightweight foundation that breathes with you.
I had an internship and was supervised under a man named Bob, who resented my continued existence in his department and saw me as dead weight. This is largely true of legal interns, who tend to create work rather than solve problems. However, Bob would give me half of an assignment, refuse to clarify his instructions, and then sigh in exasperation when I wasn't able to literally read his mind or solve the issue. I suggested either he would dig in his heels just for the sake of doing so. Even on things where taking a hard stance made no sense. One day, I was assigned to send a large volume of files to the company's outside lawyers. After gathering documents from various company representatives, I realized that they were too voluminous to email. When I told Bob that I needed to put them on a flash drive, he snapped that they must be submitted via email today. I knew that our company would accept emails up to 30 megabytes from internal sources, but the server would reject anything external over 15 megabytes. And I suspected the law firm servers were set up the same way. Bob wouldn't hear it. What are you talking about? I send huge files all the time. Just do it. Sure thing, Bob. I confirmed the email size limit with the law firm, then lovingly, painstakingly parsed out the files for individual emails. I waited until Bob was in a meeting and started shotgunning privilege/confidential email 1 of 47 messages to the firm and copying Bob. They emailed me in a panic, begging me to stop and telling me that a flash drive would be great. I told them that, per Bob, the messages must be emailed. Bob eventually sent a very terse reply instructing the firm to send a courier over so that the flash drive could be picked up. Our next Reddit post is from 01A. I used to work as an administrator in a secondary school in the U.S., grades 9 to 12. Around 10 years ago, we were in a school that didn't have a specific zone or neighborhood, so to speak. Some of our students lived 30 to 45 minutes from the school, which made it necessary for us to sometimes conduct business with parents or guardians over the phone as opposed to in person. One day, I met with a senior, grade 12, who was in a class that he and his father had deemed too hard for him. And since they didn't impact his ability to attend college, asked for him to be changed out of the class.
Locate the biohazard container.
There was plenty of space available in other courses, so I had no problem doing it after a conversation over the phone with this
Well done.
This time was
Biohazard
a good
container
guy,
located.
and he was totally grateful to me for helping him out. He would now get to enjoy his last year a little more, with one less difficult class to worry about. The next day, I get a phone call in my office from the kid's mom, who is Ireland. She spends approximately 5 minutes berating me about changing the schedule. I indicated to her that Dad was on the contact list for her son,
10
and
seconds
he was
before
allowed to
insertion.
make these decisions if he chose to do so. She is the person who put
5
Dad on
seconds
there
to insertion.
several years before. Evidently, Mom had put Dad on the list before they were
Biohazard
divorced.
container
She
located.
had
Proceed
raised
to
the
its
child over
location.
the last several years by herself, according to her, and she should make all the decisions. I didn't know this, and the records didn't reflect it. Since she knew this argument wasn't going to work, the next objection was against our policy of making decisions over the phone. The conversation went something like this. How do you know for sure it was his dad on the phone? There's no way you can be sure. I can't believe you would ever make a decision like this without a parent present. By doing this over the phone, you could be speaking to anyone. She continued on, and I tried to explain that it's necessary at times to use the phone, since parents work in another town and may have to travel an hour or more to get to the school. Well, she wasn't buying it.
Resume. Secure the
So
room. Protect the
finally,
bio container.
I relented. Ma'am, you're right. I will no longer make decisions like this over the phone. I'm
One
going
op
to
four
insist
remaining.
parents come in and meet with me in person. Good.
Nice work. Biohazard container secured.
Now I need my son to be put back into the classroom. Originally. Ma'am, I'm sorry. You're going to have to come in and meet with me. I'm no longer changing schedules over the phone. How do I know you're this student's mother? I can't do that. I live 45 minutes from the school and I work every day. It was at this point she dropped all of her objections. Cue up surprise Pikachu face. Our next Reddit post is from Basket Case. I received an unsolicited call earlier this morning from a gentleman named Dan. Dan worked for Microsoft Security and was calling to let me know that my computer had been downloading malicious software. And because I was such a loyal customer, he would be walking me through the steps to remove the software and fix my computer.
We need to
In
protect
case
the
you didn't
biohazard
guess,
container.
Dan
Secure the
did
room.
not work for Microsoft. My computer. Welcome to r/entitled parents, where an entitled mother
Reinforcing the wall!
that someone hand over a little precious baby. So, 4 years old. This chronic baby face. This is important to the story. It's my day off, and I want to get some chores done.
Wall fortified!
But I'm not a dog show. The garage has a major spider infestation. So I run to the store
10
I work at.
seconds remaining.
I run past the beer aisle.
5 seconds and counting.
After I get home, I work.
Look at she's down.
A couple single bottles of
Op
Cranberry
4 has been found the biohazard container.
behind me.
They will
Hear
attempt to
someone
locate it
loudly
during the
exclaim,
assault. Op 4 has spotted the
I look
biohazard
behind me and
container.
see a chronic baby in the city. I assume I must have given her away, as I did have earbuds in. I take a while to read the labels when I decide to try it. Oh, sorry, I say, moving out of the way. You're not old enough to buy that, are you? She scoffs. Yes, I am. I know I look really young. I get it a lot. Don't lie to me. I had 3 boys. 2 of them are teens. I know what you kids get up to. She then points to the bug killer in my cart. And I bet you're getting that to get high off, aren't you? Miss, I'm old enough. It's my day off work, and I'm getting some stuff done like killing spiders in my garage, giving my dogs a bath, and relaxing with a nice beer.
Then show me your ID.
No.
Then you're lying.
Lady, I don't need to show you my ID. You're a popular employee here. It has my private information. She huffs and looks around, possibly for an employee or someone else to back her up. But no one was around, so I just leave. A few minutes later, I'm at checkout in the self-scan. And guess who I see again? Entitled Mother. She glares at me again and watches as I scan the beers and wait for the employee to clear me more. When the employee walks up, Entitled Mother loudly says,
You better check his ID. He's underage.
the employee just kind of looks dumbfounded at her. Miss, he works here. I know for a fact he's over 21. I sold him beer before. Entitled Mother goes quiet. She probably wasn't expecting that I did, in fact, work here.
She scoffs and says, Well, can't never be too careful these days.
And walks off. The employee and I have a laugh about it as she scans my ID, and then I pay for myself. So, this entitled
Prevent further
parent's
access
kids
to biohazard
apparently try to get high by sniffing poison.
One friendly
Those
remaining.
are some grade A genes you got there, lady. Me, man. I'm at the park with my daughter and girlfriend, helping her plan the slide. As Cute Kid is running around with a stranger's kid,
The
playing
fuck?
with a big gun and finger guns.
Mission
Now,
failed.
I'm
All friendlies
trying
have
to
been
make it a
neutralized.
personal habit to always carry my gun with me wherever I go. I fully conceal it as much as possible, but I'm guessing when I reached up to put my baby girl on the slide, it must have revealed it. Cause next thing I know, I feel a tug at my shirt where my gun is, so I quickly turn around and it goes as follows. What's up, little buddy? The Cute Kid says,
Let me see your gun. We're playing cowboy.
Welcome to r/entitled parent.
Poison. He doesn't have one.
He points to his friend. No, sorry, Val. No one can have this but me. It's dangerous. The Cute Kid looks angry, so he pretends to shoot me and runs off. Over? I hoped, but no. Soon I hear a ahem.
Find the biohazard container
Why
location.
can't my kid play with your toy?
What?
The toy gun on your hip.
No, sorry. This is a real gun and
Well
it's
done.
dangerous.
Biohazard
I
container
proceed to
located.
check to make sure it's still hidden under my shirt. It is.
So just take the bullets out and let him play with it.
How about you, Apple?
She has a baffled look. Well, I never. What's the harm of him playing with it if it's unloaded?
I'm sure you haven't. And because loaded or not, I'm not letting a child play with an effing gun you have.
10 seconds before
Don't you have
insertion.
someone else's business to mind?
I'm going to call the police because
5
you
seconds
have a
before
gun in a
insertion.
bar.
Go right ahead. It's a public place. She huffs and storms
Proceed
off.
to the biohazard
Not to be
container
heard
and
from
secure it.
It was an annoying encounter that put a damper on my already sour day. So when the entitled mother says,
What's the harm of him playing with it if it's unloaded?
I'll tell you exactly the harm. Step 1. Police? Yes, there's a child here on the playground with... with a real gun. Step 2. Son, this is the police. Put that gun down immediately. Step 3.
Put your hands up, mister. Pew, pew, pew.
At that exact moment, that police officer has to make a decision. Does he shoot a kid who's pointing a real gun at him, or does he just get shot at him? Next one is SSG background. So I work at a pretty big pretzel company, but for privacy reasons, I will call it Buns. Anyway, I work there for a year, and this happened pretty second. This particular pretzel place was inside a small amusement park in Pennsylvania. Not Hershey Park. Important for later. Alright, enough being backstory. Now onto the juicy story. So, it was the last 5 minutes after my shift, so I'm tired and want to go home. We were busy cleaning and not paying attention to the window because most families would have left by this point. Then, we hear a knock on our window. I'm the cashier, so do I say the line I always say? Hi, how are you? The entitled mother standing there says,
Yeah, are you closed?
We closed 5 minutes ago.
Great. Do you have any leftover pretzels? Yeah, we do.
Down to one friendly.
Fine. Alright, that comes to $21.50 or 23 pretzel. What? Aren't they discounted? If you have a season pass, it's 15% off. No, you're closed, so the pretzels should be half off. I wanted to go home and stop caring. And why do you think that? You're closed, so that means the pretzels are a day old and should be discounted. We switch out our pretzels every 30 minutes. Fine.
Op
The
4
fuck?
eliminated all friendly.
Really, Capcan? You're gonna be that tryhard?
I don't care. Hurry up so we can go home. Fine, so I can get 15% off, right? If you have a season pass, yes. No, I should get 15% off because you're closed. Ma'am, no. As you stated, we're closed, so we're no longer selling pretzels. I'm only offering them to you because my boss wants as many sold as possible. See, you can't sell them, so they're free. No, they're not. I'll take them home and eat them for my dinner. I was too tired to care, as I had just worked a 5-hour shift. I know that's not a lot, but it was 95 degrees Fahrenheit, and I had to deal with kids the whole time. Plus, I'm 15, and they can't have me on much longer. You don't need them. My kids are hungry.
Secure the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
ADS deployed and ready to go. You can stop worrying about grenades now.
Op 4 drone locates the biohazard container.
Deploying ADS.
10 seconds to insertion. Down to 5 seconds. Protect the biohazard container at all costs.
Okay, fuck you.
Op 4 is securing the container. Stop the hostiles from securing the container. One friendly operator remaining. Protect the biohazard container. Mission failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
Damn it.
saw another one yesterday of people doing this, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of likes, except they're putting some like scary, gross image of a bug or something. I'm making fun of these people, by the way. I think it's so silly, and I don't like seeing that type of stuff on my screen when I'm trying to enjoy a video. Thanks for being here. Welcome back to another video where I keep you up to date on all things Fortnite. Only thing I'm going to do before we move into it is thanks for using supported creator code The Camp Rusher. I tried to associate the word taco or the taco skin with code The Camp Rusher, and 7 times the normal amount of you guys typed my code in yesterday. So I'm going to try and do it again here with our first piece of news. The Dark Bundle is officially out. In my opinion, one of, if not the best pack to come out. It's the Dark Reflections pack. So if you're buying this thing, associate code The Camp Rusher. Remember to type it in. Thank you so much to those who do. That extra bit of support helps. And I'll be picking and purchasing this one as soon as I hop on next. Excited for it to finally come out. Alright, we got a lot of news today, so let's jump into it right away. Fortnite news, there is currently a ridiculous bug with the Star Wand pick that allows players to grant 56 damage per hit to enemies. And here's the clip. It's a pay-to-win pickaxe, man.
Come here, buddy.
Locate the biohazard container.
At this point, the pickaxe has been taken out and they're trying to fix it. This was not purposeful. But I think it was doing like 80 damage to structures as well.
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
Shot people off spawn with this thing. So one of the most ridiculous bugs that I've seen. I thought it was funny. Again, it's taken out. They have not fixed it yet, but you shouldn't be getting hit with 56 damage pickaxe at all anymore. Yesterday it was happening and I thought that one
10 seconds before insertion.
Fire Monkey here, Epic Games is working on implementing enemies
5 seconds
on
to insertion.
radar. This image is relating to an enemy bot on the radar and judging how
Proceed to the
other
biohazard
games
container and
player
secure it.
shoots on your map. And yeah, so a couple of things here. This could be an LTM, right, where we're able to see enemies at all times. I think it was like that for one of the game modes, wasn't it? You could see people on your radar. This one could be, or they're going to add it is mechanics while shooting on your mini-map.
The wait is final. New Samsung Galaxy Note 10 with powerful S Pen has arrived at Sprint, and you get it for 50% off with a Switch. Yep, that means less than $20 per month. So, what are you waiting for?
I wouldn't be super opposed to it. Those are my thoughts. What do you think? What do you think this could be? I guess we know it could be, but how could it actually fit into the game? What are they planning? Let me know in the comment section down below. Alpina Playlist Arena Squads was added as a tag, which basically means squads as an arena game mode is coming soon, right? And last time when this happened with Trios, Trio Squad was added as a tag. It was within the month that Arena Trios got released. Now, this was Trios is all. I love Trios. I also love Duos. A lot of people want Arena Duos to come back, and we'll see what they do after September 22nd, right after the FNCS is over. We'll see if they go back to Duos, or if they'll keep Trios, or if they'll do both. Squads is a little chaotic. I think this is more for fun rather than a chance for competitive to go that route. It's just too much to watch and keep track of. Whereas Trios is that magic number where it's chaotic but still beautiful. So we'll see. I don't know what's your favorite. Let's say what's your favorite arena or competitive game mode?
Friendly, last operator standing.
It might be different based on how many buddies you have right for playing. But for watching, for me, I don't think it's
The fuck?
I want to say Trios right now, but I might be a bit biased because that's all I've been watching. Maybe when Duos does come back, I'm sure it will at some point. But it's close for me. It's very close. Also, a new playlist image was added. Playlist creative played only 40. Not sure what this means, but we think creative with 40 players, right, is the idea. How that would be useful, I'm not too sure yet, as even we've been doing some zone wars. Hopefully have some footage of that in some future videos. I don't think this constructor test IDs. This one's important because these are different hitboxes, or look like different hitboxes. These are Save the World skins, and they were recently added to Battle Royale in the last update as some type of test, which to me means that we're going to be having some new models of skins, right? Some different, some are bulky, some aren't, but the hitbox is all the same. The hitbox has to stay the same, or then it becomes a little pay to win for skins, right? A hitbox is obviously where your player can take damage.
Hello.
That you take damage in based on
No clue who's watching at this point. Oh, hello. I have to use my phone to check who's watching the stream. Or commenting. Do you wanna know what's funny? At my old school, they have to go to school Friday.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
Wall fortified!
God damn it, band. Oh my god. Here you go, whatever your name is.
10 seconds. Op 4 drone has found the biohazard container. 5 seconds left.
Setting the welcome.
Protect the biohazard container at all costs.
ATS deployed and ready to go.
Only got a few seconds to waste them.
I'm out. Got to reload.
Moving back. Fill it. Got their position.
Op 4, last stop standing. You have entered an enemy-controlled area. Leave now. Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful. Locate the biohazard container. Well done. Biohazard container located. Insertion in 10 seconds.
I think they have a dock.
5 seconds.
Hey, Cap.
Biohazard container located. Proceed to its location.
this Jaeger from behind.
Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container. Bobby's set. Pistol's ready. Pist deployed. Stop worrying about grenades now. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds. ATS deployed and ready to go. Find the biohazard container.
Now you see me, now you won't.
Gonna give them hell and then some! Reloading!
Window barricade in place!
Yay.
Swapping mugs!
This is what lag is.
Down to 15 seconds.
Yep. Do it.
Hey, you, before you watch 10 gags we didn't put into us movie 12, I want to remind you you have 24 hours left to pre-order our card game Modern Time on Kickstarter. It's the only place you'll ever be able to get one of these guys. There he is. If you've already pre-ordered it, or you can't afford it, please tell your rich friends about it. Thanks, bye. Phew, I almost got shot. Hey, can you hold my baby? Well, apparently not. Oh no, my face! Boss, what are we gonna do about all these gangsters? Don't worry, we got a man on the inside. Hello, yes, I am the man. I love to do the crime. Go, 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 go. My brain is big and smart. Oh God, stop! Call it Steve!
I'm not racist, bud.
That ain't right. Watch out for that kitten! Oh, that doesn't sound so bad.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
Here's a memento. Explosive ordnance. Here's a street. Organizer.
10 seconds remaining. Down to 5 seconds. Op 4 hasn't found the biohazard container. They will attempt to locate it during the assault.
Secure the perimeter. Now you see me. Now you don't.
Op 4 has found the biohazard container. Op 4 is securing the biohazard container. Intervene immediately. Protect the biohazard 4 remaining. Mission failed. All friendlies were eliminated.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to MK. My name is Damien, and today we're looking through r/slash Comedy Heaven, ages birth through 7.
Find the biohazard container location.
Jokes about people that are no longer amusing to me. Age 14. She made a poop emoji, and she has big old arms. 6 whites. That girl made Vladimir movement.
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
Is this a society for asking stupid questions? Well, read the sign, please. The society for asking stupid questions.
10 seconds to go.
Stupid goat gets owned. Dumb as frick. Wow.
5 seconds to go.
I'm so dumb and gay.
Biohazard container located. Proceed to its location.
Okay, fuck you.
Hostile activity. Securing the container. Resume securing the container once the threat is neutralized. Friendly, last operator standing.
The shape of their jaws. Alligators eat crocodiles eat babies in a C shape.
We have been eliminated.
I'm so grateful to be alive today. All 3 of them. He's not the original thing. Wake up, sheeple. 666 Death Metal was invented by the military-industrial complex, so let us sell civilians camo shorts. And when are you going to have Cold Wars? My name is Alan Jones, and we don't sell camo shorts. We don't believe in the government agenda. This is why I had to unfollow my uncle. Nick at a deposit at Taco Bell. My man is struggling. Not a clue what the frick going on, but you got some big old milkers, man. May I DM you? Me and my wife are getting divorced. Why my love doll is better than a real one. My love doll gave me urinary tract infection. I'm going back to my wife. Let's see who can drive. What's the correct order? All 3 at the same time. But watch out. Wikipedia crash. Send us a crash. What were you doing when the crash hit? Eating the queen cheese taco. Bro, we had a Corsair K95 RGB Platinum mechanical gaming keyboard. I'm not gay, but $20 is $20. Fortnite! A suicide splat ID card. My name's Gerald. Reputation? Daddy's little monster. Bio. A psychiatrist who treated criminally insane patients. Ability. Skilled gymnast and as crazy as you are desirable. She grinded on my jeans, but she ain't feeling jack. That ain't my cell phone, bro. That's my pulse. If a girl is grinding up against a man's jeans, it would be normal for them to get hard. However, the girl doesn't feel anything at the small protrusion. She would assume it was simply his cell phone. In Noel's case, it is not. In backpack, the usual cell phone, but it is actually his ball sack, which can be assumed to be very small. War of the Gulf, 1991. I was there, dude, and it sucked. Operation Desert Storm. Who's that Pokemon? Apply with your answer.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
Think about this moment from my parents' wedding video where the kids were zoomed in on the and blame the guy who was on dog because we were. Today was a sad day. It was the day we came. Hey, toilet buddy, can you please Hey guys, what's the name of the song that goes
The biohazard container. 10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion.
Reload! Yeah, I gotta go iron my dog.
Op 4 drone has located the biohazard container.
Every Michael Jackson person, sign in to confirm your age. The deep state of meditation, which may lead to extraordinary states of consciousness. I fell asleep flying around my house. It was awesome. While I was flying, I went to poop. So I flew to my bathroom.
Mobile cover deployed!
Your memory's on. I love that video so much. Nathan, are you still at Jake's house? Need to come home and start getting ready for bed. It's a school night, and Nathan just. Snort my crap. Damn, Nathan. New Yorker who works at a burger place. Welcome to the Boyga joint. New Yorker who wants a burger. Give me a Boyga. New Yorker who works at a burger place. Coming up. New Yorker who cooks at the burger place. I had to cook a tasty Boyga. You don't like short guy, do you? I like, especially cute guys. No, don't drink milk. And milk. Not pretty. Not with it. The hashtag Melon Freeze is back. We can do this. No smells back. There's no coming to a massive dump at a party. So I had to scoop the crap out of the toilet out of the
1 Op 4 remaining.
crap. What does that have to do with anything? Story stuff. Thanks for the flight, son. Great. See you again next time. The man is me.
Friendly secure. Op 4
If you a real paper. Nice. I'm a people person. I'm a geese goose, bro. What puberty did to my friends. What puberty did to me. And he's thinking that shmoney. Change no to the Quran in my dad's phone. Can't do a party this weekend? Chapter 1. Someone who would it be? Yeah. Cancer. Slave Butcher's two-pack. Ronnie, let me introduce you to my best friend Jesus. Nope. And Keyboard Elves. I have a question for my school project of culinary arts. Well, gosh, we hope we can help. What is your question? What cup size is Mrs. Keebler? Please, DJ Khaled, spare me. No sauce.
Locate the biohazard container.
Don't cry, featuring XXX Lil Wayne. Bro, I didn't even think that hard. Please don't cry.
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
Trying to open a book and read it. Tree smiles to me this life after death. Oh, Minecraft! Back, Stinky Steve! Oh, I love Stinky Steve. Use our product. You want to stop having diarrhea.
10 seconds to insertion.
Carl's Pro Diarrhea Medicine.
5 seconds to insertion.
Adam can't wait. Even a succulent and sweet corn.
Biohazard container located. Proceed to the location.
Party nice. Oh my God, I forgive you, SpongeBob. The T-shirt Captain America. This boy died for a soldier. He had to. New Zealand police. We have to tell someone their family member has died in a crash. This is the worst. Everybody's bringing something tasty for the picnic. We can't He thought that Luca rules. The ultimate story was an actual book. Man, then she died of diabetes. I'm sorry for your loss. Yo mama's so old. Ain't no sex. The sign of 6'9" the media never talks about. 6'9" was walking down the street one day. He saw a boy crying. He asked him, "Why you crying, young blood?" The boy said, "I didn't go 6 for 6 on the top 100 billboard." So 6'9" whispered in the boy's ear, "Stop, gang, let your nuts hang." Hey, you got any sisters, by the way? The boy took his advice and let his nuts hang. He then dropped the hottest symphony of the 19th century. That boy was Beethoven. And that brings us to the end of r/comedy heaven. And if you like the video, like down below and subscribe for more content from MK. And as always, I'll be seeing you.
Okay, fuck you.
Friendly.
Super 7 to Warzone. None. I've seen a heck of a lot of Army names. Critics are calling Ad Astra a masterpiece. This month's thrilling interstellar epic. I'm ready. Ad Astra, rated PG-13, September 20th.
This is the Chevy Trax, Chevy Equinox,
The fuck?
Laser, and the roomy Chevy Trax.
Oh, you poor soul. You went right to the wet cement. Oh, buddy. That is a trail of shame. What's up, guys, and welcome back to MK. My name is Damien, and today we're looking through r/. Mildly infuriating. Oh. Oh, they're just, oh my god, they're like barely off center too. Wowie, wow. And that's stitching too. It's done by a machine most likely, so I can understand machine error, but wow, I wouldn't even have noticed that otherwise. Like, just looking at it alone, I could see it, but if I was just walking around you, I wouldn't have even noticed. Oh, that hurts my brain. My new cat tearing up his adoption certificate. Hey, you don't need that no more. He's yours. This is for all my boys to escape from, my rat boys. We all get out and get up to no good.
Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
You could obviously get away with the rectangular area, yeah? That certainly won't have no way of getting past it, but that rectangular would not there's a possibility. Alright, what are we doing? Oh, everyone's away the stuff. Everyone's through. My stuff first. No, I want to weigh my stuff first. Oh, you just joined that bag of produce. Poor cashier.
Op 4 located the biohazard container.
Your books are calling you. Yeah, are they? How's my 100%, Chief? How's my book at 100%? Bullet exploded in my hand after putting
10 seconds to insertion.
It did not handle the heat.
5 seconds left.
Wait, what is it? Oh, it's the rain. Oh,
Op 4 drone has located the biohazard container.
It's not getting bloody.
Throwing the shield!
Either cut the heads or grow yours out more. One of the two, bud. I don't live on these kinds of streets. It looks ideal. It looks pretty as hell. I've never lived on this kind of street. Some guy car-washed hands without permission. Then he left the business company to pay to get the whole thing done. You know what? I'm gonna keep it halfway done. How about that? I've been growing my carrots since the beginning of spring, and today I went to harvest them, and this is what at least half were like. The baby carrots. My cat just licked all the sauce off the Why'd you let him up there? Look at him, he's contemplating too. He's like, I'll do it again. And he's still got the sauce. Oh boy. You see, this is just
Protect the biohazard container.
And like, it's just something I don't look up that often. I wouldn't notice it. This manager refused
Biohazard container securing pod. Take out the hostage.
Are you kidding me? And he refused a refund? That's raw chicken. That's raw meat. Bro, you gotta be joking.
Last
Somebody
option
to fire that manager. Wow. That could literally kill someone. You're like, nah, I'm not gonna do it. Let's see. Listen, spell the word. Clap. Nah. Can't.
Prevent further access to the biohazard container.
You're docking him for capitalization? What's wrong with you?
The fuck?
All friendlies were
It
eliminated.
looks like a kid's
Mission
writing
failure.
too. Alright, show me what you got here. Oh, it's a piece of plastic. Just get some tweezers, bro. It's not gonna come all the way off, is it? Don't do this to me. Come on now. You can still pull it off. You still got time. But if you want to pout about it, I guess you can do that too, bud. Duracell. Wait, what is that? Did the batteries explode? Dog, what is that? Is that battery acid, you scum? Jesus snacks are the most satisfying combination of crunch with cheese, with their delicious perfection. It's not all about... Oh, I love it, idiot. Idiot park job. Nice job. My girlfriend refuses to eat the crust of a pancake. It's not crust. It's just, there's no crust on a pancake. Does she not like discoloration? Does she want a perfectly golden brown pancake?
stuff, baby.
I love it. Bro, that's not where you park your car. You got big souped up tire on park wherever I want. It's a truck mud.
Find the biohazard
Hey,
container
of course
location.
he's going right to that gas station there. Gotta pick up some Budweiser. 25 easy 1-minute desserts. On 5-minute crafts. Right place it in the oven for 7 minutes. Make it come on, please. I beg you. Alright, sliding glass shower door. Is it gonna be one of these things where, okay, you slid it closed, nice. It just goes right back open again. What does this solve? This solves nothing. Is there a latch? What happens? Another idiot park job, huh? These seem to be more of a
Good
common
work.
theme in the
The
interior,
biohazard
which I
container has
appreciate
been
because it needs
located.
to be called out more. My man's just hogging all the weights. Listen,
10
if you're gonna do
seconds.
this, buy a home gym. Get yourself some dumbbells. Do it at home. Don't go where
5
you get,
seconds before insertion.
everyone's gonna be wanting to use them. Because then you're just an idiot. Don't spread the flu.
Proceed to the
Take
biohazard
vitamin
container
D3.
and secure
Push
it.
these to your elbow. It's in your hands. A certain website of handcrafted goods advertises this at me every single day. Fly on this woman's hair is aggravating to no end.
I'm here. Can't kill me. I'm a little fly.
How fast can you drive on residential streets in Arizona? 15 miles per hour, 25 miles per hour, or 25 miles per hour? Sorry. You got it wrong. It was the other 25 miles per hour. Friends. Friends. That's how you spell it. The amount of half-empty bottles in my parents' fridge. Oh, sweet baby. Oh, Jesus, have mercy. Oh, God, that tomato sauce looks scuffed. You see that? It looks like it's browned. Oh, Lord. Hey, it's his or her hotel kits. Why is the hers $9.99? Looks like it sells the same stuff, too. Yeah, the same exact stuff. Just buy the his and hers. The his and hers is the carrying case. Jesus, that's dumb. Why isn't the plural of human, since the plurals of women and man are women and men? A submission contains a common typo or spelling error, and so we've automatically removed it. How do you like that? Get out of shower thoughts and get a book. These guys need to get good table manners. Jesus. Disconstructed Happy Meal box.
Hostile activity. Neutralize the threat.
Disconstructed Burger King
Secure the container.
box. Just everything all over the floor. Just because you're getting paid to clean
Top 4 last operator standing.
learn to teach your kids some manners, some goddamn respect, and pick up your trash. This is unacceptable. Are you kidding me? Oh, you poor soul. I don't know what you're
Top 4 eliminated.
This lady on the train. Get your foot out from my arm. This entire bin of brand new, intentionally destroyed shoes destined for landfill. All to prevent reselling and to maintain an artificially high price. Wow, that's ridiculous. That's stupid, man. I don't even know what to say to that. That's just sad. That's just sad to see. Hey, would you take a look at that? Got ink all on your hand. Hi. Perhaps in the future you could not lock your bike to other people's. Damn. That sucks. This logo is slightly to the left. Oh, I see that too. Oh, it's... Can't plug it in? Oh, it's just falling out. Why would it do that though? That I'm curious about. It looks like there's weight on the cord because the cord's downwards. Is that yanking it out of the wall? That's so weird. Marty ate 4/6 of his pizza, and Lewis ate 5/6 of his pizza. Marty ate more pizza than Lewis. How is that possible? Well, it's because Marty's pizza is bigger than Lewis's pizza. No, that is not possible because 5/6 is greater than 4/6.
Protect the biohazard container.
But that's not the question. That's not what's asked. Do you agree with McDonald's? Yes, but you can't sign up until you receive emails as well. Oh my God! Services need to step their game up because that is ridiculous. Am I not going to get one of my 3 flavors of Neapolitan ice cream? Oh no, it's ridiculously small. I didn't realize it was so small. My girlfriend opened cereal like a frickin' Neanderthal, but you love her,
Op 4
don't
drone
you?
located the biohazard container. 10 seconds. 5 seconds and counting. Op 4 drone has located the biohazard container.
Primary phone number. Oh, that's ridiculous. Why can't I just type it in? Why do I have to do it like that? Why the drop-down menus? Your website sucks. And how are you born in 2017? Wait, why is this my... just one below the standard health? I only got 2 items. items. It's a CVS, isn't it? Yep, it's a CVS. Doctor crying behind the hospital after not being able to save the life of a 19-year-old boy. This page is on fire! You're an awful person. This restaurant sprinkles parsley on the packaging the food comes in. Hey, will you stop? It's a little bit of pizzazz. Why are the peas upside down? It's screwing me up. Don't worry.
One friendly operator remaining.
You got a battery.
The biohazard container.
Oh, fuck you.
All friendlies were eliminated.
Oh my god, that was my biggest pet peeve in school. Oh, that's why I just started using pens. That was a middle school. You left that there. That's a Karen thing to leave that there for sure. What am I taking up? What is like the oh, my system's taking up 8 gigs. Yikes. The new PC I bought was overheating at over 100 degrees Celsius, so I removed the CPU. He forgot to remove the plastic label before adding thermal paste. Bro, imagine being this big of a goofball. So, build a race car, but he built a truck. Ketchup, mustard, and relish. That's easy to fix. Just switch the labels around. I'm not mad at that. I put a fake note on a Corvette's windshield that read, "Sorry, I hit your car." You probably won't even notice the damage because it was taking up 4 spots. That's petty. I love that. Okay, that's awful. Dude. I guess just move one over and try again. That's a shame. The high school bell schedule, that's such a weird way to do it. Those ring at such weird times. So she's leaning her seat back. I don't know what the problem is here. Is it the jacket? Does it affect you have no room? Because I'd have, that's what I have a problem with. You have no room there, man. My sister leaves empty bowels in the fridge for weeks. That's a bowl, sir. Villain or not. Now look back over what you've written. Why do you think Loki's a villain? No. I think he's not a villain because he was threatened every time he had to do something bad. If you were in that situation, you would kill yourself for that. This is off topic. Judge right about Loki and how he's a villain. Use an exact example to show you, but he's not a villain. Loki's more of he's not really much of a villain or a hero. He's kind of just, he's a mischievous man. He does what he wants. Cheese it bruised. It's a mind crunch. That pause button's off center. Now I gotta look at my Spotify. Oh, wow, it really is too. Oh, man. My kettle has a steam vent right where my hand sits when I pick it up. Nice. I'm thinking of creating a sub for how my wife opens packages, but you still love her, and that's what's important. Lean to the airport. I like your suitcase. I love cats. My suitcase? Dude, that's Pokemon. Does the sun move?
Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
You idiot. It's not static. Anyone else notice how the 3 is stenciled upside down? Oh, no, it is. How do you mess that up? I mean, it's still a grid square, like, in all fairness, but how do you mess that up, right? Whoa. Oh, it's cool as hell. It's in between the lines. It's gnarly. It's dirty water, though, which is less cool. The difference between a large Dr. Pepper and a large water in and out. Taking its sweet time.
Op 4 drone has found the biohazard container. 10 seconds left.
Take her home. Save her.
5 seconds to count.
I'm still just in awe at how at the same time that somehow the doors are all just
Op 4 drone has located the biohazard container.
Dick's giant. Oh yes, he is. Bought my kids a wooden toys to try to cut down on plastic. Every piece comes. Path my textbook is taking to be delivered. I live on the X. I ordered it well over a week ago, and I'm missing homework now. So where's it at right now? So it must have started at Toledo, then in Chicago, then Maryland, Pennsylvania, now it's in Pittsburgh. This is such a weird way to deliver the path. What, is this a relay race? What's going on? Does that have to hit every stop? And that brings us to the end of this selection, oddly infuriating. And if you like the video, leave a subscribe to MK for more content every single day. You heard me right. We're talking daily, folks. And until next time, I'll be seeing you.
Destroys the reputation of a semester of my freshman year music theory course. The professor was very serious about her job, and this class was a bit of a class for students who wanted to pursue music education. I was taking it for fun. By the time the end of the semester rolled around, I got the
Op 4 is securing the container. Stop the hostiles from securing the biohazard container.
Still got A's on the homework, exams, and playing tests. I had played piano for a decade by this point. So,
okay. How the fuck did I not move?
As she passed out the requirement sheet, she announced announced that she would be playing in the class. So we need to put in
Mission
effort
failed.
so that we don't
All
be
friendlies have
embarrassed
been
by what she
neutralized.
plays in front of everyone. About 30 people. She shoots and lands at me. The least involved student, which I took as a challenge. I found a poem called A Minor Bird and decided to craft my masterpiece in the key of E flat minor. The reasoning: 6 out of the 7 notes are lowered a half step. So it's not a matter of thinking everything I see is lowered. It's everything but one note is lowered, which is fairly hard to keep track of while sight reading something that utilizes both hands on the piano. We were to hand them in at the beginning of class, and she would go through the stack and play them without practicing first. It's a freshman level class. How hard could it be? I spent weeks working on this because I wanted to make sure it was both
Find the
well
biohazard container
and
location.
an absolute pain to play. I had upperclassmen take a look at it to make sure everything was labeled correctly. And they told me I was the most magnificent bastard ever because this professor had irked most of the students in the department who had taken her class. Then the day comes. We all turn our papers in. I'm visibly excited for everything. The professor comes in and goes full Dolores Umbridge. I certainly hope everyone met
Nicely
the
done.
requirements.
The biohazard container has been located. 10 seconds to
If
insertion.
not, we'll soon find out. She goes
5
to the
seconds
piano,
to insertion.
pulls the first paper off the stack, and makes some comments about it that aren't negative,
Proceed to
but
biohazard
negative
container
regarding
location.
the amount of effort it seemed to take to write it. She apparently pulls mine up about 2/3 of the way, sits down to play it.
Blast area!
She looks around, makes eye contact with me,
Lighten
and
up!
straight up glares before reaching composure and plunking through my piece. There's several chords that make a nice crunch before she corrects herself. That annoying non-flat note tripped her up every time. And it sounds like whoever wrote this piece did a terrible job because I accepted it. At the end, the meek international
Loading new magazine!
Excuse me, Professor, that piece you just
Activity. Stop securing the container.
Yes? The professor said, yes, it did. I didn't quite expect that. And then the student said, you didn't play all 6 flats. It didn't sound. Professor turns, glares at me, and goes, no, I did not. I got a 97%. I went back in and showed her that she missed the non-flat note in the chord.
Hostile activity. Neutralizing threat. 1 op 4 remaining.
Changed to a 100%. Now, unfortunately, I can't play this song in this video because YouTube is so about music. But I did
Op 4 neutralized. Mission
also,
successful.
the user down in the comments pointed out that the poem's last 4 lines are the situation. The fault must partly have been in me. The bird was not to blame for its key. And, of course, there must be something wrong in wanting to silence any song. Our next Reddit post is from Ding Dong to Long Wong. So, yeah, a couple of years ago, I was working for an IT company which also provided server management and general domains and email services. We had some really big companies as clients, so we were used to some really idiotic demands. But most of the time, we could convince the people whose main job seemingly was to be in charge to listen to our expertise. Not so with Mr. Bigwig. Mr. Bigwig was the CEO of a large automobile sales company. He was also the type of guy
protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
Great negotiator and thinking so far ahead regular people can't follow. And he was a complete butthole to everyone. Mr. Bigwig went on a holiday and set up a
Op 4 located the biohazard container.
But as is the technical standard, everybody who wrote him during that time received a reply just once. When Mr. Bigwig returned his vacation, so he called our support line and yelled and cussed his way up our
10 seconds remaining.
until he had me on the phone. I tried to tell him that this was working
5
as
seconds.
intended and tried to explain but Mr. Bigwig wouldn't have
Op
any
4 drone has
this
located the
went all
biohazard
the way to
container.
our chief technology officer, who sent him a waiver to sign, stating that we would deactivate this limitation, but not be liable for any consequences. I'm sure. told me to make the changes to Mr. Bigwig's account. I tried to object, but the CTO just smiled, shrugged, and went to the boss. Mr. Bigwig was happy. He won and booked this as his latest negotiating victory. Now, let us jump to December the 29th of the same year. I get a phone call from Mr. Bigwig. He is not happy. He's not happy because he's blacklisted on about every blacklist in existence. He's also not happy because he can't receive or send any email. And he is not happy because he can't find any mail he received during the Christmas holidays or near them. He can't find them because the nice number in brackets beside his inbox folder that indicates the amount of unread emails he has reads 50,000. A quick look around the server log, there are indeed some emails he didn't receive. 150,000 to be exact. They're still pending because his inbox is full. He's also not happy because he's the laughing stock of everybody he
Friendly, last operator standing.
Now, let me guide you as the reader to the bottom of this. What you don't know, and what we also didn't know at the time, is
They've ceased attempting to secure the container.
was a member of a very exclusive...
The fuck?
Failed. All friendlies have been neutralized.
Okay, fuck you. Fuck you.
You would imagine sitting around a large oak table, smoking cigars,
Fuck all of you.
€100 whiskeys, and discussing world
I shot her in the fucking...
mailing list. A sucky
I like how all of you die,
mailing list.
and no one tries to vote kick you. The moment I die, vote kick.
Out of office reply. Hey, thank you for the mail.
I win us the last round,
I will reply later.
and then you try to vote kick me.
Emailed the mailing list. Merry Christmas.
I hope I get back in the game.
Mailing list emailed everybody. Hey guys, some random dude is wishing you Merry Christmas. Then Bigwig replies to the mailing list. Thanks for telling me, but I am on holiday. I will reply later. Then the mailing list replied to everybody. Hey guys, Mr. Bigwig is on holiday. He will reply later. Then Bigwig replied to that mailing list. Thanks for telling me, but I am on holiday. I will reply later. Then the mailing list continued to reply to everybody. Hey guys, Mr. Bigwig is on holiday. He will reply later. And this loops infinitely. It loops infinitely for the entire Christmas holiday. This repeats until the servers give out. So, B. Diddy was not the only one who had thousands and thousands of emails. All his fancy pants networking contacts had them too. Mr. Bigwig raged hard at everyone who was brave enough to get on the phone with him, threatened to sue us for millions of euros, and to
Barricade the room.
kick us
We need to
as
protect
a
the biohazard container.
We finally put him our founder, who listened to his rant and told him he would send him a solution within the next 10 minutes. He sent 2 documents, a scan of his signed waiver, and the consequences of disabling out-of-office message restrictions were outlined in detail, and a service contract allowing us to fix the problem of our abilities without any
Op
financial
4 drone located the biohazard.
nice, enormous, estimated. It
Down
was
to
a
10
great
seconds.
opportunity with an unexpected spike in revenue just
5
before
seconds.
New Year's.
Op 4 drone located the
I
biohazard
got to do
container.
this once. It was an automated process that had pretty extensive logs and would send out a summary email every 30 minutes. The new boss shows up, and after a minor issue, demands that we send an email every time we write something in the logs. We go back and forth trying to explain that sending 5 gigabytes God knows how many emails isn't going to work until the new boss just says, do it because I said so, and I'm in charge. So we all shrug and get it ready to go for the next release and make sure that the boss is the only one getting the emails to release. A tidal wave of messages. 5 minutes after we start the program, new boss's email account is disabled, and we get the call to roll back the changes from the head of IT and software development. After that, every change new boss would propose had to get approved by the head of the
Square. We helped you go from part-time to big time. So we built you a do-it-all point-of-sale system. So while you're checking your new Square website, clients can book Square appointments with you from anywhere. And
Friendly, last operator standing.
To whatever's next.
Our next Reddit post is from Shine Lit
Securing pod. Take out the
I do have
hostile.
decent equipment and a portfolio, so a lot of friends will hit me up for discounted photo shoots. Most of them pay, or at least buy me dinner, but others expect me to do it.
Attempting to secure the container.
So I was thrilled when his younger sister asked me to come do her prom photos earlier this month, until she told me to bring the camera. I did mention to her that it
God, fuck.
All friendlies have been neutralized.
The pictures might not be ready for another week. She was fine with that. Within 2 hours of taking pictures of half a dozen high school students, I ended up with 300 plus shots because everyone wanted the perfect Instagram shot. Whatever. I can go home, study, and slowly work on sorting through the pictures later. They're not paying me, so I wasn't exactly motivated either. I get a text from her and her mom that night at around 11 p.m. They want the pictures edited and uploaded by the next morning so they can be shown off on social media. I tried to explain that I'm studying, but they weren't having it. They said, "We don't care how you edit it, just make it look nice." Fine. I spent the next 3 hours working on the pictures and editing them really nice.
You need to locate the biohazard container.
Then I hid Shrek in the background of every single picture. Shrek with his head poking out between kids. Shrek posing happy. Shrek had a very nice time at the prom and everything. I uploaded the pics and sent them off. No one noticed the extra test for weeks.
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
They asked me to edit
10 seconds before insertion.
So I delivered. Shrek was one of my best clients
Insertion in 5 seconds.
ever had. Our next Reddit story is from _Ball.
Proceed
As
to
a tech
biohazard
going on
container
3
location.
years, I've seen some stupid management directives. This one is one of my favorites. Back in 2007, I worked for a large bank that is based in Atlanta, and I worked in Richmond in a 28-story office tower. My primary job was desktop support and fixing phones. At that time, I was very athletic. I moved fast all the time and hated to use the elevator. If I had to go less than 6 floors, I took the stairs. My boss didn't care because, as a team, we were the most efficient team in the company as far as the number of tickets worked each week for a tech. We were smart.
Lights out!
So, upper management and
Disabling electronics!
Okay, fuck you, and fuck everyone that loves you.
He was a
Get to the cluster charge!
Stopwatch to timer. Now, we all knew right away what was happening. Management wanted to outsource us, so they needed to know what we did, how long it took, and what we used so they could Now, I decided to be smart.
One friendly operator remaining.
My team knew what I had planned for this event. I was told this overweight, condescending jerk was to shadow us and time us. Okay, he's gonna have to keep up. Time for malicious compliance. I only used the stairs. Our lab was on the 20th floor. A typical morning for me would be like this. I'd run a desktop monitor ticket to the 6th floor, then go back to the 20th to get my phone back. Lower level PX to hook up a phone. Then go to the 14th floor to test the phone. Then up to 20th to fix the printer. Then down to 7 to look at a laptop. Today, I'm only so this guy was about to have a hard time to keep up with me.
We have been eliminated.
To pay attention to. As
Hey, look. Notebook kick.
Was assisting others in having my job. At some point, I lost him in the stairwell. Later, my boss says to me the guy was a bit mad for me taking the stairs, but my boss just told him, "This is how my tech works, and he up, that's your problem. To this day, I've said she was the best boss I've ever had. Later, I found out what I did got back to upper management in Atlanta. They were pissed, yet they couldn't punish me because I was doing my job and did it very well. The story also got around to other techs, and they thought it was funny as heck what I did. In April 2008, we found out we were outsourced, just like we knew it was going to happen. I no longer work there. OP, it really sucks that you lost your job, but welcome
Secure
to
the room.
r6s.
We need to protect the biohazard container.
The funniest wedding story I've ever heard. Our first Reddit post is from r6s. This story is about my friend's mother-in-law and her wedding. Strap in, guys. This is a wild ride, which I did the thing that got me banned from any other family. Plus, threats of dismemberment and bodily harm. A good friend of mine from university is getting married. They've been a couple since her junior year of college. Through her 2 years in the Peace Corps and currently
10 seconds
returned
remaining.
to this continent. 6 years in total. She's been to all manner
Down
of
to 5
family
seconds.
functions and always came back with this strange story about how she thinks her mother-in-law
Op 4 has failed to find the biohazard container.
she being a very quiet and one, she's a vegetarian. Husband is not. She was invited and went to Christmas dinner and figured she would just eat sides. Also, she brought a vegetarian casserole. Mother-in-law, after knowing her for 3 years and being told her husband
Spotted the biohazard
not
container.
to forget the friend doesn't eat meat, proceeded to put meat in every dish.
Protect the biohazard container. Pause. Take out the hostile. Protect the biohazard container.
That friend was so rude for
Prevent
not
further
eating
action. Op 4 is securing the container.
Okay, fuck you and how the fuck?
A few friends and I were asked to be friends. Has a huge family, and so this was religious, but
Op 4 securing the container.
Husband said he could care less and told her to go and rent one for the wedding. At the bridal shower, the mother-in-law found out that the pretty canopy was actually a hookah. She almost lost her cool in front of a bunch of people, but managed to compose herself and laugh angrily that if the Jews were being represented, so would the Catholics. In my head, I heard a record screech. Guys, they aren't Catholic. So, after much fighting, a lot of screaming, crying, threatening to pull money, which is funny because she contributed nothing, mother-in-law lost. The boot was firmly placed and nothing was moving. Hoopa yes, Catholic priest no. Things got stupid quiet. My friend texted me the night before the wedding that she has a bad feeling. I tell her it's probably just nerves. She's getting married and this is a big deal. Oh, how wrong I was. We all show up, get our hair and makeup done, slip into our bridesmaids' dresses.
Where's that you been?
Bridesmaids fix our hair.
Oh
She
god, what
makes
was
a
that
comment
voice?
saying she hadn't seen mother-in-law all day, and she skipped
Oregon.
her hair and makeup appointment. We all side-eyed each other, took a few sips of wine, and hoped the eerie feeling would go away. 30 minutes later, as we're helping the bride into her dress, guess who shows up? If you guessed mother-in-law, you win a cookie. Flushed from coming up the stairs, she is not a light woman. In full hair and makeup, and a white dress. Not ivory, not cream, full snow freaking white. The dress was clearly a wedding dress. It was even from David's bridal, which she would later shout at me. Floor-length satin with a sweetheart beaded top, a bit of a train, and white lace on the bottom. The dress was even tailored to her. This has been a long con she has orchestrated. The bride burst into tears, and aunts and friends ushered mother-in-law out. We did our best to console the bride, touched up her makeup, and made her a promise that the dress would never be seen in a photo. She looked
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
The game was on. The venue only supplied Wi-Fi.
Op 4 drone has found the biohazard container.
First, we got to the reception area and managed to fly $20 bill to give me a bottle of red wine. I cracked the baby open, filled a single cup to after a few swigs from the bottle of liquor.
See that? Hacker drone head on.
10 seconds left.
With one last hard
5 seconds left.
I got her not in the room. I pulled out my phone.
Op 4 has located the biohazard container.
Text and walked straight into mother-in-law. I poured an entire cup of red wine down the front of her dress, jumped back, and gasped. The look on her face was murderous. She screamed, yelled, threatened, and promised she would sue me. People had to hold her back because she wanted to fight me. Eventually, she switched from screaming to sobbing and sank to the ground and threw a tantrum on the floor.
Ready for company.
Everyone moved. She let her go at it and walked away to go take photos. It was surreal.
Reloading ammo.
Just hit their limit and noped out away from her. The 12-year-old flower girl went on her phone and snapped a few photos, much slower. This is already super long, but I will say that mother-in-law 20 minutes
Okay.
into a nice dark green, too small and low-cut dress.
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
The wedding was beautiful. I got death glares from everyone she told that I attacked her with wine. No cares were given as I
You have been
drank
spotted.
and danced with friends. The bride thanked me in secret and 3 months later took me to the spa for a day of pampering. But I am officially that ISIS grunt to mother-in-law, and I'll take it. Whoever that 12-year-old out there who snapped the photos, if you happen to be watching this and you still have those photos of a sobbing
One friendly operator remaining.
mother-in-law, please contact me. I will pay you cash money for the honor of publishing those photos.
Protect the
on my
biohazard
page.
container.
So,
One Op 4 remaining. All friendlies were eliminated. Mission failure.
Man, there is never a dull day in the United States Air Force.
Our next Reddit post is from Appropriate Radish. So, about a year ago, my wife and I found out that she was pregnant with twins. We were very excited, and so were all our parents. The pregnancy wasn't easy. My wife went through such severe morning sickness that we weren't sure she'd be able to continue the pregnancy. She's a trooper, though, and got through it. After 20 hours of labor and an emergency C-section, she gave birth to a healthy boy and girl. Until this point, my mom had been incredibly supportive of the pregnancy and excited for the birth of her second and third grandchildren. However, her demeanor
Find the biohazard container location.
She saw our babies. For context, I'm a light-skinned black man, and my wife is a really fair white woman. When our babies were born, they didn't look black. They were just pink, like most newborns. My mom decided that these couldn't be my children, and my wife must have cheated. She walked up to my wife, who was feeding
Well done.
her daughter,
Biohazard
and
container
slapped her
located.
right across the face in front of me, my in-laws, my dad, and a nurse. Everything descended into chaos.
10 seconds to go.
Security came, including protective services and the police.
5 seconds before insertion.
That meant my wife, who had gone through a terrible pregnancy and birth,
Proceed to the biohazard container and secure it.
hours later without me or her parents until an investigation would be conducted. It was horrendously traumatic for her and still affects her to this day. Since then, my mother hasn't been allowed to see my kids, but she calls routinely and leaves messages in which she's apologizing and screaming obscenities. My in-laws have been with babies and told my mom to F off a fair number of times. My wife never wants to see her again. And
most stupid discussion I've ever had happen tonight. I just gotta get this out. So, quick backstory. I married my current wife, entitled parent, and she had 3 kids prior to us meeting. Entitled kid 1, my stepson, age 13. Entitled kid 2, my stepson, age 12. And entitled kid 3, my stepdaughter, age 10. We have 2 kids together who, as of right now, aren't entitled brats. For how young they are, they're quite good. A few years ago, entitled kid 1 decided to make up stories about me to his teacher, saying I've been abusing him and his siblings. Child Services did a
Barricade the room. We need to protect the biohazard container.
Pest deployed.
Op 4 drone located the biohazard container.
Door barricade deployed.
Yes, not destroyed. Laying out the welcome mat.
10 seconds.
Quickly got them.
5 seconds to insertion. Protect the biohazard container at all costs.
Did a thorough investigation. Found it to be all made up. And ever since, I've kept my distance from any parental role. I have to admit, I find their entitlement incredibly annoying and lose my temper from time to time. Most of the time, though, I just walk away. Also, they're not relevant, but their biological dad, entitled dad, has been out of the picture until 2 years ago, and has since won enough custody and refuses to work. So,
Op 4, last operator standing.
Even though the kids are with us more than half the time. Here's the story from today. Due to how our routines work, it's up to me to get the little kids ready each morning. I also take them to their respective school and daycare. However, 3 and 4 kids are expected to get themselves ready and catch the buses. Entitled kid 1 always leaves to go to his grandparents because he gets to make a lunch consisting of nothing but sugar. Entitled kid 2 usually follows, but didn't this morning. Instead, thought it was a great idea to just stuff about. I don't prompt him or tell him what to do because, as their entitled mother says, you can't force them. They have to want to do the right thing. So I'm going about my business, not really paying attention to them. Then,
Shot you straight in the dome.
You will be detected if you remain in this area. Op 4 eliminated. Successful.
Now I'm going to miss my bus. This is all your fault, you idiot. You suck. This tirade goes on for a while. I ignore it, but in my head, I'm getting angrier and angrier. I call his grandmother and tell her to take him to school, as she works there. I call and let entitled mom know what happened, and this is the text I got. Sorry, entitled kid 2 got cross at you this morning. I think you need to let it go. We know when he is stressed, he doesn't deal with things properly. Perhaps I'll talk to him about it later when he's calm. Anyway, no one needs the stress. I read it and don't say anything. So, come later in the day, I'm not happy at all over cleaning up and doing everything for the entitled kids, and entitled mother notices and gets cross with me for being distant about it all. This is what happens. You need to let it go. But
You need to locate the biohazard container.
Do something. Because they need to choose to do the right thing. What? What are you going to do about it? Well, I'll leave if it doesn't stop. I'm not stopping you.
Good work.
It
The
isn't
biohazard
fair
container has
everyone
been
keeps
located.
telling me what to do with my kids. Well, doing nothing about their bad behavior is a bad parent move. No, it isn't, as I know they will do the right thing. You just need to let it go. So, you're telling me that I have to make a change
Insertion in
and
10
allow
seconds.
them to keep treating me like garbage? Yes, they're just
5 seconds to go.
babies. So, we can't even meet in the middle.
Proceed
If
to
you
the
could meet
biohazard
all the
container and secure
expectations,
it.
then maybe you would have an argument for that. I need to know what you plan to do. Okay, alright. I have to go. I'm sick of being judged by everyone because I don't do what people think I should do. She just left. I'm sitting in the bathroom thinking, I don't feel anything anymore. I just feel numb from it. So normally I don't add stories like this because it's not quite as juicy as your typical
Go fuck yourself.
But I decided to put it in today's video because it gives incredible insight into why entitled parents are such bad parents. They have so much faith in their kids, like they think their kids are so precious, so adorable, that they just expect them to be good. And then when people call them out on their bad parenting, it makes them defensive because they're a bad parent and their kid is a bad kid. So they get defensive and just shut it down. And instead of listening to advice, they just default to nothing. So it's like a feedback loop. The worse the kids are, the more people complain to the parents. And the more people complain to the parents, the more the parents just
One friendly
shut
operator
down
remaining.
and don't follow any of the advice. That was r/entitled parents. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button because
The GameCube was an amazing.
welcome to r/choosing beggars, where a crazy lady tries to argue that she owns your house. Also, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am getting closer and closer to the 1 million
Op
mark.
4 eliminated all friendlies.
Our first post is from Anime Slayer Leads. Searching for a photographer for my wedding. Here are my requirements. Must be willing to do the job for free. Must have at least 8 years of experience. Must be at the wedding all the time. No breaks. Bring your own food and drink. I feel like this job posting should be titled, Wanted, Actual, Real-Life Human Slave. Our next Reddit post is from college. In search of therapy dog. Must be trained, certified, and ideally a chocolate lab. Must be 100% free for an old woman. Jesus says help the elderly. Additionally, the dog must be perfectly behaved, able to calm me down, must pick up items for me, as per my bad back, and must also be spayed, neutered, and chipped. Please
Secure the room.
PM or
We need to
comment
protect
if you
the
have a
biohazard container.
No must accepted. Hey Gertrude, I have a dog that meets your requirements. Come pick him up anytime. 951 Broadway Street, Homer, Massachusetts. Okay,
Well
great.
secured!
Thanks. Head is there now.
Op 4 drone has found the biohazard container.
Animal shelter. Blocked instantly. I think this lady's better off without a therapy dog. I kinda get the sense that this is the type of woman who will walk her dog for 12 hours and then scream at the poor page for making a mess on the floor.
Cam in
5
position.
seconds and counting.
New feed up.
That's it. I'm wedding shaming.
Protect the
Shaming
biohazard
the girl
container at
I
all
went to high
costs.
school with. As we all know, the only time people from high school we never talk to anymore ever message us on Facebook is if A, they're part of an MLM and they want you to join them, or B, they want something absolutely ridiculous. A girl from high school messages people in an old we all hung out with. Super sweet. Hi, how are you? OMG, I miss you. Are you in town? Let's hang out. Messages. I'm immediately like, Turned out she wanted money for her wedding that we weren't even really invited to. Daddy Dearest was willing to pay $10K for the wedding, but no more. The dream wedding she wants will be $25,000. She then decides to ask for her dear old friend she fondly remembers so well to pay for the wedding. On her radar in particular is a friend who is now working as a nurse who clearly makes enough money to help pay. When we refuse, she magically drops off the face of the planet. Honestly, I'm surprised she didn't give the classic, give me $15,000, it can be your wedding gift to me. Our next Reddit post is from Kogami. I got this message from my landlord, don't cook meals in the kitchen. Please do not cook a big meal in the kitchen because the smoke alarm went off many times. The kitchen is just to eat and warm food. it does not have the capacity to cook for everyone. Just try to use it in a smart way. Basically, this is a dining area, not for cooking a really big meal like you used to at your old home. Thanks. Followed up by, also, it would be ideal if you would not sleep in the apartment either. Actually, can you just move out entirely and still send me the rent? Thanks. Our next Reddit post is from RaiderGator. Alright, so I have a pretty expensive house for sale and it's empty right now. A few weeks ago, my real estate agent called me asking if I sold the house. I told her clearly she would know as she is the agent. She then tells me that someone is moving in. I get there after calling 911 and there are 2 moving trucks and a locksmith is changing the locks. And my gate is busted down. I get pretty loud and start telling everyone to get off my property. This lady shows up with documents with my forged signature saying she owns the house. I call her several pages of profane names and tell her to get off. About that time, she starts claiming it's a civil matter and they can't arrest her. Luckily,
Okay, fuck you.
Friendly victorious. Hostiles
I think,
eliminated.
okay, she tried and failed. She will move on to her next game. Apparently not, as I got this letter delivered to me Monday as a part of a large package of documents. Google the entity at the top of their document, and you will get some hints into their mindset. Alright, so this is the full legal document that this crazy lady sent to OP. I've read through the whole thing, and it's really dense and hard to get through because it's written in lawyer speak, but I'm going to share the most bizarre parts with you. Dear Blank, I, Blank, a Moorish national in full life, then a bunch of numbers, stand on Article 6, the Constitution for the United States. I demand you release my land and home back to me, latitude blank, longitude blank, with the demands. 1. Arrange to have my property moved back into my domicile. 2. Reset all door locks and the gate. 3. Have the yard cut, flower bed and scrubs cut and cleaned, detailed to my liking. 4. Have the pool cleaned. And 5. If any damages to the home or land has occurred, it will be the responsibility of OP et al. To repair. What? So, out of curiosity, I did a little bit of investigation about this woman's document. First off, I looked up Article 6 of the Constitution, and I was expecting it to be something involving, like, land rights or property. Nope. Article 6 of the Constitution basically says that the Constitution is the most important legal document and that no other laws should violate the Constitution. So, literally, what this woman is saying is, the Constitution of America is really, really important. Therefore, I own your house? Also, I looked up this group of Moorish nationals, and basically they're a group of people who have basically just decided, hey, I don't like government, so therefore government laws don't apply to me. So, in essence, they can just make up their own laws. And in this case, the law is, give me your house, you loser. How can people think this is actually gonna work? Also, I feel obligated to point out that this document is signed with a bloody fingerprint. Our next Reddit post is from Wazboulet, and in this post, OP is talking to someone that he met 2.
Jenny can't take your call right now. She's taking a break from a job that's always on. But maybe the change Jenny needs is closer than she thinks.
But weeks ago, can I borrow your car next week? And do you think you could have it all gassed up? Sorry, dude. I needed to get to work. But, dude, I already planned a whole week with my girlfriend. And you didn't need to ask to borrow my car beforehand? Just rent one if you have to. Dude, I'm gonna end up using almost all my money on hotels and stuff over the week. I just need it for a week. And I need it so I can make money over the week. And you greedy grunt. I mean, I was gonna recommend a friend I have who has 2 cars and only uses one. I'm sorry, I just snapped. I don't know what came over me. What's the friend's number? I'm not giving it to you now. Effing grunt, rooster-sucking, greedy jerk. I hope the police find you dead in a ditch. I'm blocking you now. Well, thanks for the free Reddit karma. Clearly, this guy's trying the wrong approach. He should have gone with, give me my car because of the Constitution. Our next Reddit post is from Willow17. I do not understand why when you want someone to take pictures of you, they insist on payment. I just want a decent picture of me and my child, and I don't want to have to pay someone for it. Now, anyone with an effing camera thinks they have a career, and it's infuriating. I will not pay $75 to take 5 pictures of me and my child. I won't. That's ridiculous. Our next post is from Aftershock416. Roughly a week ago, I was involved in one of the most ridiculous cases of a choosing beggar I've ever witnessed, or read on this sub. The original scene went down in Afrikaans, so excuse me if the phrasing is a bit off. Me and my brother are both working adults and live in a city about a 3-hour drive from the town my parents live in. Our parents were on their way back from a short holiday last weekend, and as it was Mother's Day and it had been a while since we last saw them, my brother and I asked them to make a slight detour on the way back so we could treat my mom to lunch. We don't usually make a big fuss out of Mother's Day, but as my brother and I had missed my mom's birthday 2 weeks prior due to unrelated work obligations, we conspired with my dad to get her a modest gift from each of us as a sort of belated birthday thing. So as we arrived at the restaurant, there were warm greetings and hugs all around, and we handed my mom the relatively small gifts, 2 neatly wrapped and the other in a gift bag. Just to be clear, there wasn't any opening of gifts, tearing the paper, or anything like that. We were all peripherally aware of a child screaming in the background, but as it was a fairly family-friendly restaurant, we didn't pay it any mind. Only the screaming gets ever closer, and soon we find a woman with a screaming and sobbing child who looked to be around 6 or 7 standing at our table. Excuse me, she demanded. You can't just go around doing this sort of thing in public. Puzzled glances all around, wondering what the heck she was referring to. I share a look at my brother, seeing him mouth what I realized in hindsight was the name Karen. Because, man, if she didn't fit the stereotype perfectly, haircut and all. I'm sorry, what? My brother asked in genuine bafflement. Opening gifts in public, she spits in a way that suggests might as well have been fornicating at the table. Now he's crying since he didn't get anything. She continues with a vague gesture at the sniffling, slobbering, red-eyed child who looks like he ran afoul of 3 different strains of bronchitis. I was stunned, speechless by the sheer temerity of the woman. But across the table, my dad is visibly winding himself up to give this woman the tongue-lashing of the century. Being the peacemaker that she is, my mom intercedes, clearly wishing to prevent the scene my dad or I were likely to cause. As it so happens, she had
Find the biohazard container location.
Which they had gotten from the guest house they were staying at in her handbag. So, contrary to what likely anyone else would have done, my mom reaches into the bag and hands the small boy the package across the table. The tears dry up momentarily, and he stares at it, before angrily throwing it to the ground and resuming the sobs.
Good work. The biohazard container has been located.
Gestures at the wrapped gifts, which are sitting on the table on an empty seat to my mom's lap. I think you should rather give him one of those, the woman nonchalantly says, and starts reaching across the table to grab one, which, funnily enough,
Reese's Pieces cups, 2 in 1 for the price of 1. Karen in finance is gonna be furious.
contained a somewhat expensive hand cream my mom likes, and would have been far less useful to a child than the chocolates were, though I wouldn't have put it past them to try eating it. At this point, I grabbed her arm around the wrist to prevent her from grabbing the gift. Definitely not hard enough to bruise, but I thought it would get the point across. It didn't. She rears back and attempts to slap me for daring to lay my hands on a woman? I'm not exactly able to effectively defend myself from a sitting position, so I get up. I'm a pretty big guy at around 6'4" and 240 pounds. She was a relatively small woman, so I towered over her quite a bit. Contrary to what one so often reads on Reddit, this didn't seem to deter her in the slightest, and she proceeds to attempt to inflict some sort of harm on me with mad flailing, though I was easily able to keep her at arm's length. At this point, the staff get involved, and 2
10
waiters
seconds
pull the
before
woman,
insertion.
who's screaming and hissing by this point away from the table.
5
The
seconds before
manager gets
insertion.
involved, and there's a lot of screaming and yelling from both the woman
Proceed
and
to
the
biohazard container
As one
location.
might expect, she immediately starts making ridiculous accusations, which get absolutely no traction. There have been about 24 other people who had watched the whole thing go down. She's eventually asked for the premises before the we get offered free dessert as compensation. Definitely the first time in my life I see someone act that crazy firsthand. I'm happy to see this. Our next Reddit post, and on this story, the person who made the post received $5,500 in donations from online strangers. Dear town, only Kenny, Blake, and a
15
couple
seconds.
other kind people gave me a donation to help save my dog.
10 seconds left.
My dog. Most
Secure the room. Protect the bio container.
to deserve such dignity. Are you telling me in the blank click could spend $1 or $2 for our little dog? Very selfish people and little town, little money. You all broke my wife's heart. That's why I unfriended you. You know, karma is a bee. Cherokee / Italian. Never forgets those who don't reach out to help, even time of need. Anyone contact Lois for my address. But you had better be right with your family and Jesus and have your plot in St. Nicholas Cemetery
Nicely
reserved
done.
because
Bio
I will
container
play
secure.
epic games. And then OP posts a picture of himself trying to look intimidating and failing. That was r/choosing beggars, and if I can invoke choosing beggars for a moment, I demand that you hit that subscribe button. I work. Welcome to r/entitled parents, where a mother stalks OP like a freaking serial killer. Our first post is from Acker1. This happened almost 40 years ago. I'm posting it as a thanks for reading the other stories.
We need to
This
protect the
is
biohazard
funny and
container.
entitled
Secure the
rather
room.
than my family was, for the most part, perfectly normal and boring. We were not grown out and quiet. Everyone got along and I tell you that so you can understand that I have absolutely no experience at all with people prone to screaming. You should also know that I suffer from a case of terminal morbid curiosity. I also don't give a flip. Never did. Never saw the fun in it. This happened when we were visiting
Biohazard container location unknown. Secure.
Yes, ma'am. My poor uncle said, I think I'd like a Coke. Emily says,
If you remain in
"I'd
this
like
zone,
a
you
Coke."
will be detected by
Sweet tea. The waitress brought us our requested drinks. Crazy likes to control everything and everyone. So I'm going to get into an ethical debate here, but I refuse to eat veal. She demanded we all have the veal. I refused. I knew this would set her off, but oh well.
15 seconds
My
left.
parents, after I had explained to them
10 seconds left.
refused to eat it as well. Did I mention I get mine? I don't give a flip.
5 seconds left.
Parents, well, I didn't give a flip either. They were perfectly capable of ordering what
Op 4 did not secure the container in time.
So
Friendly
they
mission a
did.
success.
I had lasagna. It was good. My mother's was better. Once we ordered what we wanted, it emboldened poor uncle, and he stepped out of line and ordered something else as well. Crazy aunt was not having it. You are getting the veal. Oh, I feel like something else tonight. The veal is the best. I still want something else. You won't like it. I'm sure I will. You don't know what you're talking about. I know what I like. Well, you can't have it. Yes, I can. I said no. Well,
So you pretty much have the fun.
you
We
always
need to locate the biohazard container. Well done. Biohazard container located.
make me. I don't even like Italian food. Yes, you do. It's your favorite. I want the lasagna. Dang it, poor uncle. Order what I tell you to order. No, lasagna. Emily says, I'll have the lasagna too. You can't have that. You're allergic. No, I'm not. I'm your mother. I know what you can and can't eat. She says to the waitress, ready for the veal. The whole time this is going on, I'm looking from one to the other and watching a tennis match. Back and forth, with the pitch of her voice getting more and more shrill with each sentence. I was fairly certain that when we left, bats would have been summoned. I'm just watching them and eating a dinner. The food arrives, and everyone got what they wanted, even Emily, much to the fury of Crazy Aunt. Then it happens. Poor uncle raises the flag. Crazy Aunt puts it down. Poor uncle puts it back up. Crazy Aunt takes it back down. Up and down. Up and down. I see the bread guy hovering at the edge of the table, waiting. Flag goes up, and he rushes in to drop off the new basket before he can go back down. Crazy Aunt grabs the basket and throws it at the kid that delivered it. To save time in typing, every time Crazy Aunt speaks, the flag goes down. The rest of the time, it goes up.
10 seconds to insertion.
You don't need any more bread. I want more.
5 seconds before insertion.
No. I'm an adult. I can have more bread.
Biohazard container located. Proceed to its location.
You can't. Why? Just tell me why I can't have more bread. Because I said so. You aren't listening to me. I'm hungry. I want more bread. You ordered the veal. Yes, I would. I always am, but you never listen. Tonight, I get more. I say, I want some more bread too. No, you've had enough. No, I really think I want more. Well, you are wrong. You seem upset. That's because you people aren't listening to me.
Check the bio
We
container.
are. We just don't care. We want more bread. How absurd this is.
5 seconds.
The whole dang place is watching our table taking bets to see who would win. In the middle of the confusion, chocolate cake. Sounds great. I'll have some. Me too. I'll have some apple pie. I'll have the cheesecake. Bring cheesecake for Crazy Aunt. She loves cheesecake.
No, we are not having dessert. We are getting the check and leaving now.
No, we aren't.
Well, I'm leaving. You can all walk home.
I drove. It's our car.
We need to protect the biohazard container. Secure the room.
You have to give me here. You are just visiting.
Yes, I'm just visiting with my family in our car.
In my state.
I don't care. It's my car and you can't have it. You're a terrible person.
Not.
You drive the wrong way on the
It's the other cars going the wrong way.
You get lost in your own neighborhood.
Always.
You are not driving my car.
Yes, I am.
No, you aren't. That, ladies and gentlemen, continued while we ate dessert, paid the check my father was buying, as we walked to the car, and for the entire trip back to their house, my father too, we dropped them all back to our hotel room. And then it says,
Down to 10 seconds. 5 seconds to insertion. Op 4 hasn't found the biohazard container. They will attempt to locate it during the assault.
"Has your sister always been this crazy?"
No, it's places. Okay. Yeah, you bet. This is it.
Take it back for something smaller with the CarMax 7-day money-back guarantee way. Whatever your way, that's the way car buying should be.
Down to 15 seconds.
What happened?
She started speaking in
Time expires in 10 seconds.
Listening to OP describe that argument
5
as
seconds
a
to go.
tennis match gives me a great idea for a new YouTube channel. Basically, you invite two
Time expired.
entitled people
Container
to a
was not
restaurant
secured.
and tell
Op 4
each of
failed
them
their
in
mission.
secret that the other person offered to pay for the meal. Then you record the argument, post it online, and blow Mr. Beast's views out of the water. Our next post is from Milkshake Pirate. Context: I live in the center of a town that does a yearly half marathon. The marathon route basically traps me in my building as it goes on the roads around it, which I need to cross to reach the rest of town. It's been taking place for years and was here before me, so I'm not bothered by it. I just avoid leaving my building until most of the runners are gone. On this day, I had an errand to run, but was going out in the afternoon, so I was forced to push through the crowds on the pavement to then wait and cross through the runners. I managed to get to the shops and do what I needed to.